well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
You ready? Come on! It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
I see dead people.
Put it on that beat, go.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap. He a freak, though, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nella to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me. Fuck 'em all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from them. They tell me
you are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. My name is Robin Ayers. I'm your host of this show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. on your drive home. And oh boy, y'all already know what time it is. It's the holiday season. So, you know, it's looking a little thick outside today. But right now, I have not made my way to the studio. You guys are listening to an audio only today. I will be back in studio next week on Monday. I'm preparing for a trip. As you all know, my daughters are in New York, and we are going to go out there this Thanksgiving celebration. So I'm very, very excited about that. We are going to be spending Thanksgiving. But guess what? They also turn 18 years old. Pretty big deal. They turn 18 years old, and we're also able to spend that time with them. So what a blessing. What a blessing. Throughout this holiday season, I hope you guys, as I always say, just please be safe and, be happy, be merry, but be safe for sure. I'm asking you because I'm so curious. This is the topic of social media these days. What is your favorite holiday of the two? Is it Thanksgiving or is it Christmas? There's some brilliant and clever people who are doing memes and videos and competing on social media. It's really fun to see Thanksgiving versus Christmas, who you got, right? And already it seems like most of you right now say Thanksgiving. I'm going to leave that up there just because I like to know who I'm talking to, Raw Squad. I like to know how you guys get down. And Forrest Harrison, I guess everybody is talking about you inside of our YouTube chat. You got turkey legs up there and everything. You representing. You are representing for sure. These days, I'm going plant-based, more vegan style. So I can't say, even though turkey is one of my favorite things, I'm gonna say Thanksgiving for food, but Christmas for family. Does that make sense? I think you guys would agree with me there. I think that's a pretty strong point. But I see you guys coming on up into our YouTube. Good to see you. Good to see you. I will leave that poll up here for you all to just vote on. I love that you guys have this community with one another. It is awesome to see. But as I mentioned, I will not be here for the remainder of the week. We're all KBLA 1580. we'll be taking Thursday and Friday off, but Tuesday and Wednesday, you can look forward to Keith Underwood, who's going to be filling in for me. And so a big shout out to Keith Underwood, who also has his own entertainment show, Black in the Green Room. You guys need to make sure you check that out. He's a weekend host, and he's always got these amazing guests. He's always talking great things. He used to be a publicist, by the way. So he has a different lens as well when he talks about entertainment. So and Andy, as always, will be keeping an eye out on the Raw Squad and seeing who's showing up and who's showing out. So the word will get back. I hope you guys do hold it down and engage with Keith while I am not in the chair. But let's go ahead and get into a couple of updates. What's going on out there in the entertainment world? As always, it is so much happening over the weekend. I don't know if you saw a major, well, they call it a minor medical emergency, but it was a major thing to us. We all watched as Bishop TD Jakes suffered a minor medical injury or emergency rather. And this was live as they were live streaming live at their church. It was really scary to see. I mean, he's sitting there and he's preaching. He's sort of leaned up or sitting on a stool and he's preaching, and his speech starts to slur and he gets a little slow as he's speaking. And it's almost like he was tired. That's what it looked like he was just tired, and his speech began to slow down and slur a little bit. And it wasn't long before his entire team came running there and praying for him. The church began to pray for him, and they got him the care that he needed. Thank God that everybody was able to immediately look after him. But we have heard they have put out a statement that he is doing just fine. He is under great care with his medical team, which I'm so happy to hear about. I know that Bishop T.D. Jakes, he means so much to so many people, whether they know him in person or not. A lot of people look up to Bishop T.D. Jakes just as a mentor or their bishop, their pastor, even if they don't know him in real life, even if they only watch him via television or, streaming. So similarly, I feel almost like he's a father figure. I had an opportunity to meet him several years back. He was the executive producer of a movie that I was reporting for. And I told him that. I said he has the presence of a father figure, and he was just so gracious and so kind. And I think that's what a lot of people receive from him. And that's why it touched so many people when we all watched that. But the good news is that he is doing very well. He is doing very well. And again, he is recovering, says his family. And he told his choir that he will be back on Sunday. Now, I don't know if all of that is true. And I don't know if it's good. I certainly don't know if it's good for him to be preaching, but he says he will be back. And I'm sure it will be great for all of his congregation and everyone else to see him, just lay eyes on him. Sometimes that's all you need, just to make sure that he's okay. You just need to lay eyes on him. So we're hoping that is the case over the next weekend. So that's TD Jakes. Boxer Conor McGregor. Do you guys remember Conor McGregor? I think he was a pretty well, he is a big deal, but I hadn't seen him in any boxing fights anytime soon. That's because he's been in his own sort of uh, situation. I guess he had a lawsuit. He was actually convicted recently of sexual assault. There was a story that I had seen with my own eyes. Everyone was trying to figure it out if what had happened actually happened. There was a party going on, and there was a woman who said that he sort of entrapped her inside of a bathroom and so on and so forth. Well, Conor McGregor has now been convicted of sexual assault, and he's been ordered to pay this victim $250,000 in damages. I say, great. I say great. I mean, oftentimes I talk about this many times. Oftentimes I feel as though people who are either celebrities or they are famous boxers or athletes, just in general, many times feel like that they are entitled to get exactly what they want. They feel like they're untouchable. And I'm not saying this about everyone. I'm just saying this about certain people. We've seen different people get away with things. So it's about time that we hold these people accountable as well. And so this has been the case with Conor McGregor. He's about to pay up $250,000. He does say that he regrets that night. He claims his innocence. He's standing by it, but he says he does regret that the night even happened. He says that she actually came on to him and he wishes that he would have just turned down her advances. And, but here we are. We're on this side of things. When we come forward, I've got a few other updates that I want to get to. I'm also going to get to what this show is actually about because Drake has left the fans in with their jaw dropped. Okay, there's a big story that's unfolding right now that we'll get to on the other side. You guys are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lil Real Howery. Right now, you're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. That's right, the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
We're thrilled to announce that the Dear Future Wifey podcast is now available on the Urban One Podcast Network. This show, hosted by Latiris R. Whitfield, explores the journey of discovering and rediscovering love and relationships. With over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, Dear Future Wifey has become a prototype for discussions about love and relationships. Learn how to rediscover love, heal, and have faith in relationships. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you know that 1 in 6 African American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? This month, every time you purchase Gillette's family of products, they'll donate to support Movember. Whether you're looking for Gillette's Best Shave, a regimen to help prevent new shave irritation and bumps, or award-winning beard care products, every Gillette purchase can make a difference in the fight against prostate cancer. Visit pggoodeveryday.com/Movember for details. Exclusions apply.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Raw Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
And today, you guys are getting the pleasure of listening to me all by myself. I'm not joined with a contributor today, but these are days that I like specifically because I'm able to just have, leeway and just talk about these multiple things that are happening via social media and in entertainment, different platforms. because again, there's so many things that are happening. But there are a few of the other updates that I want to get to before I talk about the actual show today, that left social media in shambles, by the way. So I see Fahima's point over here inside of our YouTube chat. She was speaking on uh, Bishop T.D. Jakes, where it says it appears Jakes was having a stroke. I agree with that. I've not seen any official report stating that, so I'm still calling it a medical emergency. Maybe the family at some point will come out and say exactly what it is that happened or not. And either way is okay with us. We just know that he dealt with something, and it was sad to see, but most importantly, he's gotten it taken care of and he's under good care. So we'll leave it at that until we have an update. And, I will make sure to let you guys know from here or from there. Khalid, remember you guys, this just last week, I was talking about Khalid, who was forced to come out about his sexual orientation after his ex pretty much outed him on social media. I was so disheartened by that. I was so upset by that. I don't think it had the effect that, maybe he thought it was. That was to Andy's point. Andy didn't believe that it really hit home. It was sort of like, okay, and what, who cares? Now we know that Khalid is in the LGBTQ plus community, and who cares? That's his stance on it. He actually came out though with another video statement because his ex will not let up. You guys, his ex is saying that, listen, he's trying to say that Khalid has done drugs, that Khalid had forced him to, or paid him rather, that he paid him. This is all alleged information, that he allegedly paid him for sex. And Khalid said, you know what, I don't have to address this, but let me go ahead and put it out there. He said, again, in his video statement, he says that he's never done drugs a day in his life. He said, yeah, I do smoke weed and I might drink a little bit, but I've never done drugs a day in my life, nor have I ever paid anyone to be with me, ever, ever. He's making that clear. And so it's just, this is the state of social media these days. I actually saw, this is a little bit off topic, but on topic at the same time. There's this viral video going around. You guys may have seen it, but there's a man who was inside of a cell phone store, like an AT&T or T-Mobile or something. And this mother brought her young teenager, I'll say she's probably 13, 14, 15 years old. And the mother came there to turn off the young daughter's phone. The little girl, this Black girl, is going off. Temper tantrum is not quite enough to describe what this little girl was going through. And everyone, of course, in the comments are saying what they would have done, what they would not have done, all of these things. And it's easy to look at that. But the deeper problem is that this girl clearly has some form of addiction to whatever is happening on social media, some form of addiction. And, I say that because she's a teenager, but we know adults, and you may not admit to it, you may not even agree with it, but some people have addiction to social media. I mean, these are the times that we're in. And that was really sad to see, because that girl needs a different kind of help. And I don't know that it all stirs from her phone getting cut off. I don't know if that's the thing. It seems like something deeper is at hand here. But again, that's sort of the world that we are living in. Somebody can say something, and then you have to go out there and defend it, or not. You can just let this rumor be out there lingering and choose not to address it. But then you might have people who take it and they run with it. Well, in that case, Tyrese says, not today. Tyrese, who is back in the news, he's shutting down some rumors today. Even Tyrese, who's been in this game for 30 years, he says he's not going to let this ride. Apparently, there are some rumors that are going around about him being a part of some sort of dark society or Illuminati, some secret society. He says, no, not ever. He says, I have never and never will be a part of anything dark or demonic or any type of secret society or Illuminati. He says he is not gay, although I guess there have been rumors that he has participated in some gay activity. He says absolutely not true. You know, of course, everyone says I have love for the LGBT plus community. He is one of them who says, you know, I have nothing but love for them, but that's not my story. And so, you know, but once again, this is the struggle, I think, with many of us who are sort of on the it's sort of important. It's important for me to stay abreast via social media, but it's very important for me to keep my balance and stay off of it as well. I don't like to participate in anything. I don't want to be there. I don't want to know who was there. I don't want my name being mentioned at all. And these are things that you learn as you grow up, I guess. As you get older, you tend to understand that it is just really the power of peace is the most important thing. You cannot pay for peace. And, you know, unfortunately, Tyrese, as we know, has, you know, he's still battling these court issued these court cases that he has against his children's mothers. He just talked last week about the fact that he's not going to be paying up, you know, the money that he's worked so hard for. So it doesn't seem like Tyrese has peace these days. And now he's looking to, you know, get out and address some rumors and all that. It's just like, man, I pray for peace for that man. That's what I pray for. He needs to fall back in love and just be, you know, the world around him be calm and collected so that he can start making some great songs again. Um, yeah, Morris Phillips says, folks, it is possible to get addicted to almost anything. I'd have to agree with you on that. I mean, even something so simple as social media, as we're talking about, they talk about that dopamine and what happens when you scroll, and that when you post something and you get the likes notifications, that dopamine that you feel because you're like, oh, who said something? Who said something good? And that starts to feed you. And it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. And, you know, one of the reasons my husband and I decided that our kids weren't going to get a phone, number one, or social media until they were in their late, I want to say maybe even 3 years ago is when they began to, is when we allowed them to kind of open up and discover social media a little bit. But I'm very proud of that because it's dangerous, as we see with even adults, as we were talking about before. So I certainly agree with you, Morris Phillips, on that. Um, yeah, he says the older you get, the more understanding you develop. That is a fact. Pretty Brown Mimi says, "Dear Tyrese, take us out the group chat and please get the help that you need." Amen to that, Pretty Brown Mimi. Amen to that. I agree. Number one, take us out the group chat. Many times we're saying that because we don't choose to get in people's business. They put it out there on social media, and because we're all a part of social media, even you all, Raw Squad, even y'all, you are on YouTube, which is a form of social media. Now it might be a little bit more tempered. You are controlling what you watch, you are controlling what you see, and I appreciate you deeply for being here. But we're all involved in social media, and we don't choose to be in these people's business, but they are putting it out there. So yes, definitely take us out the group chat, please. Anyway, on some brighter news, ask and you shall receive. A fan of Halle Bailey, who is a sweet, beautiful young mom, but she's a star. She's a singer. She's an actress. If you remember, she played the live mermaid. She immediately blew up into a movie star from that movie. But a fan of hers tweeted to Hallie on Twitter, asking if she can have if she can have Hallie's sons old clothes. How sweet is this? She asked for her old clothes from her baby. She says, "Listen, I have a 3-month old," and she put the picture of her baby on social media, and she says, "Can I have his old clothes?" And Hallie said, "Oh my gosh, yes, your baby is beautiful. I have so many of his clothes that he's outgrown. Please DM me." How sweet is that? Again, you cannot get what you don't ask for. So the fact that this fan was so bold to say, you know, I'm just going to put it out there, and you never know what can happen. So now she's about to get all these clothes from Halo, which is her Hallie's little boy, and her kid is only 3 months old. So I think that is very, very beautiful. Andy, let's go ahead and talk about what the Raw report is going to be.
Now it's time for a breakdown.
Well, listen, the fans are even more upset with Drake, and that is because Drake had the audacity, it seems, to sue UMG, Universal Music Group, for allegedly boosting the song Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar's song, the hit song that took over the summer and took over not only the West Coast, but the East Coast and down South and everything. And it's probably the one thing that he's being acknowledged for that helped to get him to land him the Super Bowl. Well, Drake does not seem to be taking this L, y'all. He does not seem to be taking this L very well at all. He is suing. He's alleging that they've used all kinds of things to boost this song to its popularity. He's like, they're using bots, they're using whatever they need to use in order to boost this song to its popularity. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. We're also going to talk about what the fans are saying. You know, Drake was just at this point where he could have come back, but I don't know. Now people are questioning that. We're going to get to it on the other side, of course. Right now, though, we've got news, traffic, and sports. You are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
Check this out. This your boy Warren G, and I'm on the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. You better ask somebody. You got to do it.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Closing arguments in Daniel Penny's New York subway manslaughter trial will begin after Thanksgiving. Penny's defense argues he did not intend to kill a homeless black man, Jordan Neely, but acted in self-defense. Prosecutors say Penny continued choking Neely after the threat was gone. Spelman College is now looking for a new president. The Atlanta HBCU announced that Dr. Helene Gale announced she was leaving her position at the head of the school. The Powhatan, Virginia NAACP honored 93-year-old Florine Bell for her civil rights work on Saturday at Mount Zion Baptist Church. Bell recalls witnessing Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, calling it exciting, but noting the dream still remains unfulfilled. And according to the Farm Bureau Federation, a traditional Thanksgiving dinner will cost less this year, with a meal for 10 averaging $50. That's down $10 from 2023 thanks to lower prices for turkeys and other staples. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
West LA, it's looking slow, 405 southbound. This is leaving Sunset Boulevard. Delays and stretches as you travel all the way to the 710 freeway heading into LAX. So look at the 105 heading westbound. Between the 405 and Sepulveda Boulevard, things are moving nicely. Same with Century Boulevard at this time, westbound from the 405, looking good. Once you're on the Horseshoe, working your way through LAX, it's starting to become busy, especially right around the Tom Bradley Terminal, but still not too bad. We're looking at the 105 eastbound. That's slowing down off of the 405. Delays and stretches as you continue ahead to the 605.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
A day after beating top-ranked South Carolina, the UCLA women's basketball team is now the #1 team in the country. Voters in the Associated Press Top 25 poll put the 5-0 Bruins in the top spot for the first time in school history. The Bruins were number 5 in the country before Sunday's landmark win over South Carolina, the defending national champions. South Carolina had been number 1 for 61 consecutive weeks and had a 43-game winning streak. USC is ranked 6th in this week's poll, giving the LA market 2 Division I teams in the top 10. Congratulations to Tennessee State's football team and their head coach Eddie George, the Hall of Fame NFL running back. The 9-3 HBCU team was given an at-large berth in the NCAA Division I AA playoffs. Tennessee State, a member of the Big South Ohio Valley Conference, will play a first-round game Saturday against Montana. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes,
Why should we be silent?
turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation for KBLA Talk 1580.
November is Youth Hope Month, shining a light on young people facing homelessness. Nearly 4.2 million experience homelessness in the U.S. Sanctuary of Hope is here to help. Join us for 2 empowering events. The SOH Freedom Summer Community Report Back on Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m., and Interfaith Candlelight Vigil, November 25th, 6 p.m. Both events will be at the Sanctuary of Hope, 4003 West Adams Boulevard, Los Angeles. We honor the courage of transition-aged youth empowered by lessons of civil rights and justice. Hold a candlelight vigil that shines a light on the urgent issue of youth homelessness, uniting our commitment to a brighter future for all. That's the SOH Freedom Summer Community Report Back on Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m., and Interfaith Candlelight Vigil, November 25th, 6 p.m. More info? Visit thesoh.org. That's thesoh.org.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. The Live Your Life organization mentors young women, helping them break negative mindsets and see beyond their surroundings. Through career exposure and hands-on training, they're encouraged to think big, stay focused, and make positive choices. Founded by Nikisha Mama Boo Smith, who transformed her life to become a community leader. Live Your Life is changing lives, but they need your help. They're raising funds to keep their new building open and expand their programs. Your donations will support food, clothes, hygiene products, and holiday giveaways. Visit liveyourlife32.com. That's LIVEYOLIFE32.com to help today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on.
Who's got next?
And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. Deck of my seat. High peak. Ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, but I get him splashed till he hydrated. Bounce out, know he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrated.
You were listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. There it is. There's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, who is the topic of a lot of things lately. As a matter of fact, I was on social media saying that Denzel Washington and Kendrick Lamar are taking over my timeline. I'm not mad at it because we're, it seems to be good things all the time. But specifically, I'll say good things with Denzel Washington. I don't know if you guys saw, he was recently in an interview where the guy was asking, the reporter was asking him, about all the work that he had done. Did he ever see his life where it is now? And Denzel replied, listen, I'm not here to be an actor. I'm here to be used as an example, obviously to be an inspiration and be used by God. And he talked about a time where he was on a yacht and he was meditating, he was praying before anybody else was up on the yacht. And he says it was early morning and he was praying and he was listening to a song. And the song was, I want to see your face, God, I want to see your face, or something like that. And he says, God, I want to see your face too. And he said he heard clear as day. He heard God tell him, look to your left. So he looked over, grabbed his phone, and he took a picture of what now he's sharing of what looks like clouds formed into a face. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. That story is circulating, and I really like it. I really like the fact that we're seeing more and more stories behind Denzel Washington. I'm hoping we get to see more stories about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, GOAT behavior, says Andy. I agree. Kendrick Lamar, as we know, has recently been gifted the spot of the Super Bowl halftime that's coming up in February next year, and it happens to be in New Orleans. And everyone is excited about this. This is actually a really good thing, but Lil Wayne is not excited about it, and it looks like there could be a potential beef that is happening. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to go too far, but it looks like something might happen between Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, because on the song called Whacked Out on Kendrick Lamar's newest album, GNX, he says these lines. He says, I used to bump the Carter 3, which is Lil Wayne's record. That's one of his albums. He says, I used to bump the Carter 3. I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though, call me crazy. Everybody's questionable. He goes on and he talks about how nobody really gave him props for landing the halftime position at the NFL Super Bowl. He says, basically he called Lil Wayne's name, but what I believe he was saying is like, look, strangely enough, I used to look up to this man, and I worked so hard that it got me this spot, possibly letting Lil Wayne down, because it's no secret Lil Wayne was very upset and disappointed that he was not asked to be the halftime performer, because it's taking place in New Orleans. Lil Wayne is sort of the pillar of New Orleans as far as rap goes, and so he was not happy. But Lil Wayne responded before we get to the rest of these conversations about Drake. Lil Wayne did respond, and he said, man, what did I do? I just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed on me. Now, I don't know what he means by all of that, because again, who are you coming for, Lil Wayne? Nobody was really talking about you. Nobody was talking to you like that. But again, this is what fans are saying. They're like, uh-oh, could there be something stirring between Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar? Truth be told, I feel like Lil Wayne he don't want those problems. He don't want the problems with Kendrick Lamar. That's how I feel. Yeah, that Andy agrees with me. He said Weezy don't want that smoke. Nas is the only hip hop artist to congratulate K. Dot. Well, there you have that right there. Speaking of K. Dot, let's go ahead and move on and talk about what's happening with Drake. Drake, the news dropped today that he is suing UMG. UMG is Universal Music Group, and he says they're using all kinds of stuff. He's like, he feels as though the popularity of this song is sort of it couldn't reach the height that it did without the help of using bots and AI and just different things like that to sort of promote the song. And he's accusing UMG, this huge conglomerate, of that, which I think is bold, number one. But it is sort of like, are you showing that you're a sore loser? People, obviously, we all agreed when this whole thing started between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole, but J. Cole, if you remember, gracefully bowed out of that whole thing. So it was Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Well, Drake was throwing out all he got. He was throwing out all he got, and it wasn't hitting. And then Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us. When he dropped Not Like Us, it did something. It did something for hip hop. It also did something for the West Coast. It made hip hop as a whole, made us all stand up and really take note of Kendrick Lamar. So it was bigger than Drake, although that for sure was an attack towards Drake. It was bigger than him. And it was so big that it resonated with people who aren't even from the West Coast. People just wanted to feel it. They just wanted to be a part of something that just seemed so big. So Drake could have just left well enough alone. He did, as a matter of fact, he took his time and he was sort of laying low, and he wasn't putting out any, he was sort of quietly putting out new music, but it wasn't reaching, it didn't do much because people thought that Kendrick Lamar shut down everything that Drake could have come back with. He called out, he questioned his culture. He called out the fact that he doesn't have the right to say the N word. Many people would agree that nobody has the right to say the N word, but specifically Kendrick Lamar is talking about Drake. He's like, you're not like us. All right. You don't come from where we come from. He called out every single thing that you could imagine. And it just shut Drake down. It shut him down. He was no longer able to come back with anything. So many would call that a loss. Many would call that a loss. Everybody said Kendrick Lamar won that war. But what happened was Drake slowly started to appear again. Recently, he was coming out, he's hanging out with different streamers and just people, and even saying some strange things, kind of coming at certain people, the weekend, and it was a couple of people that it was sort of like, why are you saying things to people who can't come back at you? That's kind of what it felt like. Well, then today happens. We see that this lawsuit is happening towards UMG, again, alleging that they're using bots and all kinds of things in order to promote this song, Not Like Us. Well, UMG has put out they've put out a statement, and they put this out to Variety. It says the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. I think that's probably the most important thing that we can focus on. The fans are choosing what they want to hear. Drake. So Drake is sort of trying to pit this on something. He's trying to pin it on a group or something like that, because he can't fathom the fact that, hey, he can't fathom the fact that he took such a huge loss. But when I tell you loss is sort of, that's an understatement right now. Fans are shocked. Fans are like, they're appalled. They can no longer understand that they can no longer relate to Drake. I think he had an option to sort of come back at one point in time, but now it's looking like, I'm not sure, Drake. Now everything else is in question. And that's sort of my point. Is it in question for Drake to even come back now? Does this completely take away his street cred? There is TDE, who is he is the head of Kendrick Lamar's former rap label. He says, nah, the rap streets is done. Mustard, who is the producer of Not Like Us, he says, oh my gosh, he's laughing. He's sort of got his own, his own reaction to it. And everyone on social media is reacting to this, saying that he's completely done at this point. That Drake is no longer, he doesn't have any street cred. What do you guys think? Do you think that this completely takes away from number one, the validity of the power of the song, Not Like Us? Because to me, that's sort of discrediting what Kendrick Lamar actually did and what Mustard did with that beat, right? It's sort of discrediting that. as a whole, if you're saying, listen, y'all must be using some kind of you're using something, it's discrediting Kendrick Lamar and his genius. We all know that when he put out those other projects, those other songs, it took us days, if not weeks. Andy would attest to this. It took us a long time to figure out what Kendrick Lamar was actually saying. Took us a long time to identify a lot of these double and triple entendres that he put in the song, things that he was referencing, other songs, dates and important things that have happened in history. I mean, it took us a long time to really figure out any of it. So to undermine that and try to discredit it really seems like it's a shame that Drake could not just allow it to be what it was, unfortunately. So Morris Phillips here inside of our YouTube says, so what, Drake? You ain't broke? What's the beef? What does that mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you questioning whether he actually has, whether he has money? Is this seriously about money? I don't know. Drake is still in shock and disbelief. Could be. He needs to recover. Drake needs to recover. He had actually, to me, he's had enough time to recover. But listen, I'm not in Drake's situation. I was not targeted in those songs. I was not, my whole team wasn't called out and all of that. So I don't know what that type of loss feels like. But in my opinion, Drake should have had enough time to recover, sort of recoup and come back. Again, even if you wanted to come back slowly, you still could have come back. But now I'm just not sure about it all. I'm going to ask you guys over in our YouTube and let you tell me how you feel about this. We're going to continue some more of hot topics on the other side. You are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Eric Bellinger hanging out right here with my family at the Raw Report. Keep it locked.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Did you know that streaming music, ebooks, audiobooks, movies, and more is available for free from the Los Angeles Public Library? With your library card, you can access the latest music and movies, audiobooks and ebooks, graphic novels, comic books, magazines, and more. If you don't have a library card and live in the city of Los Angeles, you can get a digital card online for free. Check it out at lapl.org/emedia. That's lapl.org/emedia.
Medicare open enrollment is here, and it's a time you can make changes to your health coverage. Yet, watch out for enrollment and marketing scams. Remember, Medicare will neither call you nor solicit your business. Guard your card. Never give out your Medicare number to strangers. Unsolicited calls, door-to-door visits, and emails are prohibited. Take your time. Don't feel pressured to make a quick decision. Report scams to our California Senior Medicare Patrol at 1-855-613-7080.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer.
Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news.
You're inside the Rob Report.
With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now, from what I understand, our VP Kamala Harris is considering running for her presidency again in 2028. Now, we understand this campaign was not easy, but she did a fantastic job. I want to know from you, do you feel like if she runs again in 2028, does she have a shot at actually winning? I'm going to put that over here at on our poll, and I want you guys to go ahead and let me know your thoughts on the matter. There's all kind of people chiming in about this. Of course, we know the type of support that she received when she was running. Her candidacy was major. The campaign was major. And you know, all types of people still have her back. They still are supporting her. So, of course, let social media tell it. And all these celebrities who were vocal about supporting her before, they're saying, yes, please come back in 2028. While other people are saying, I'm just not sure, even in another 4 years, if we will be ready to see the a Black woman as president. I want to know what you guys think about that. Right now, looks like 100% of you say yeah. So I'll keep that post up. I hope she does consider it after some rest. She deserves some rest for sure right now. I hope that she actually does go for it, and we'll see what happens. But that's for you over there in our YouTube poll for you to vote on. Pretty Brown Mimi says, I am completely over the Kendrick Drake beef. Kendrick won. I'm done. I am with you on that. I think many of us were with you on that, Mimi. Again, we wanted to be taking out this chat a while ago. Okay. Just a while ago. And it seems as though things keep happening. Things keep coming up, which is why this beef that once was, you know, pretty thick, that to me has subsided quite a bit. This is why it continues on, though, because as we've seen, Kendrick Lamar, he keeps moving forward. He's very strategic in all of his ways. And so anytime we see Kendrick Lamar experiencing anything good, of course, they're going to be playing Not Like Us. Of course, that's considered an anthem right now. So it's going to continue on. Now, Drake, in my opinion, is the one who is inserting himself continuously in the beef. I think he had an opportunity to just sort of sit it out for a while. It doesn't seem like he's doing that. And I think that's more so the problem, but totally feel you on that. Fahima says, I think that Kendrick Lamar allowed others to monetize on the song, contributed to its success, and Drake will lose the legal battle too. You know, that probably does have a significant amount to do with it, because there was originally he was I don't know who was behind it. I don't know if it was Drake or not, but they were asking him to not make his song available so that it could be so that other contributors could monetize the song. But he did. He lifted that, and that was a big deal. So that this is all Drake is doing, or excuse me, Kendrick Lamar is doing, by the way. Kendrick Lamar is putting people on. Kendrick Lamar is putting people in opportunity. He's giving them an opportunity to sort of join him, sort of sit next to him, or succeed with him. And it's a great time. It's a great time for that. And I don't see many people who are doing what Kendrick is doing right now. As a matter of fact, on this newest album, he's got several artists. I can't name exactly how many, but I know he's got several artists who many don't know of, and he's giving them an opportunity to be on his album, to chart in different songs. So, you know, Kendrick is kind of that guy right now. And so I give him nothing but pure props for this. Andy says that it was great for hip hop. Yeah, I get you. So what happened, and he's not wrong about that. What happened between Drake and Kendrick Lamar was absolutely great for hip hop. It absolutely was. They Not Like Us should be a Black anthem. I feel like it already is, Morris. I feel like it could already be considered that. So you guys, let's see what you say over inside of our YouTube chat. Oh, okay. A good amount of you think that Kamala Harris should consider running for president again, or that she'll have a good shot at it if she does run. So, I'm with that. I like it. Forrest Harrison says, I got another check for Ms. Harris. Okay, so you donated. Good for you. I like that. If Trump leaves us or leaves the U.S. country, if Trump leaves, you're saying, that's when she will have another opportunity. Well, Trump is not going to be able to run. I think Kamala Harris has got she's got a chance. Yes, go for it, Kamala Harris. I'm not a Gavin Newsom. Sorry, Callie. I'd vote for Kamala again. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. I guess all in all, we say go ahead and go for it, Kamala Harris. Go ahead and go for it. By the way, Mike Tyson is out here making money still. Remember, he walked away from that fight, the Jake Paul fight, with $20 million. He is now being offered a couple of times $250,000 for an adult film website, as well as a $125,000 hosting gig for a Christmas party. And he's only being offered this money because he's being asked to participate while wearing his backside out. Remember, the camera caught him with his cheeks out right before his fight. And so people are trying to monetize off of that. They are trying to monetize off your boy Mike Tyson. Well, anyway, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, he is up next. He's got a fire show for you guys because that is how he gets down. I truly appreciate you, Raw Squad, always for hanging in there with me, engaging with me and each other. Truly appreciate that. Remember, tomorrow and Wednesday, you will have Keith Underwood, who is holding it down for me. I appreciate all of you. I will be back in studio next Monday, and I'm looking forward to it. Please enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your holiday and your family. My name is Robin Ayers, and remember today and every single day forward to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. Rapper and producer Kanye West is facing another lawsuit accusing him of sexual misconduct. This time it's from America's Next Top Model contestant Jen Ann. She's accusing the rapper of sexual assault and strangulation during a 2010 video shoot. The New Orleans, Louisiana City Council approved Black Mayor LaToya Cantrell's